Hey guys, it's Raheem. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 simple steps to build wealth from absolutely zero, from not having anything. If you like what I've just told you, stay until the end. You will know exactly how to start from nothing to become a millionaire. Before we get to that, I'd like to ask you for a favor. We've done a research. We've realized 65% of the people that are watching my videos have not subscribed to my channel. If you are, I kindly ask you to hit that subscribe button to help the family grow, expand, and motivates me to bring more of these videos in front of you. And while you're there, hit the like button as well, so the algorithm will push the videos to wider and wider audiences that will learn a lot more on how to become financially free, how to use property as a vehicle to become financially free or millionaire, or perhaps a way to develop their personal self. So let's get to it. The number one way, one of the simplest way to start building wealth from nothing is develop a savings habit. Now, what do I mean by that? It's about saving what you are bringing home. I'm not talking about any other thing. I'm talking about the salary or the income if you've got a business that you bring home. You see, lots of people do exactly the opposite. So once they start making money, they do the opposite by spending more instead of savings. Okay, that's the reason why there are only few successful people or rich people out there. There's so many people, once their salary increased by 5%, guess what? Their expenses increase by maybe 6 or 7%. That's not the way to do it. In order for you to be successful and build wealth from nothing, you have to be a disciplined saver, someone that saves for investment. Now, what would you do? You would have looked at your expenses, right? Looked at your income you're making. First of all, have a massive knife to slash it and live on 80% of your income. 20% goes to savings, no matter what. That's the decision you need to even make before you sit down to review your expenses. Here's the thing that would do. That would force you to find a way to reduce your expenses because you've determined your result already before you even look at the money, okay? You slash that. 20% savings. Pay yourself first. Robert Kiyosaki has been banging on this for the over 40 years. Pay yourself first. The only way you pay yourself first is by setting up a direct debit that goes to your savings account. 20% of that. Whatever's left over is what you're gonna live on. Beauty of doing that, you will be doing discipline to yourself. It becomes habit and it becomes consistent. So that would help you drastically. Now, suppose then you are in a good job or you've been doing really well in your job and you got maybe 5% or 10% pay rise if you're lucky. If you've got 5% pay rise, suppose you're on £2,000 and you got 5% pay rise this year, what you want to do is that 5% of the £2,000, which is the £100, you want to add that on top of your 20% savings, okay? Whatever that may be for you. Okay, you need to put it on top of the £400, for example, because 20% of £2,000, if I got my figures right, is £400. So you add another £100 on top of that, that takes you to £500 a month. You may be thinking that's a tiny money, but trust me, it accumulates over time. So savings habit is very, very important. I've never seen a successful person, a millionaire, a decamillionaire that I've come across that is not a good saver. They are all prudent when it comes to their money. They don't mess about, they save it. They do not spend money in unnecessary stuff. So disciplinary on saving is what gets you to start from nothing to building wealth. Number 2, education. Successful people are very good in acquiring knowledge. They are like sponge. They literally suck knowledge everywhere. They want to learn, improve all the time, reading books, researching, getting mentors, coaches, going to personal development webinars and seminars to enhance their skills in what they are doing. They get someone to mentor them, coach them on a one-on-one basis to ensure they grasp that what that person's learned for 7, 8, or maybe decades into a year, basically. Get that person to mentor them. Once they know what they're doing, they carry on with that and they get someone slightly higher than that level to mentor and guide them. I'll give you an example. Looking at Bill Gates and Warren, okay, they're most successful people. Guess what? If you don't know this, I'm gonna tell you now. Warren is the one who mentored Bill Gates. You can see it. Warren mentored Bill Gates. Guess what? Bill Gates is one of the richest people in the world. So always searching, educating himself, learning. Bill Gates spent 3 months a year in a, I would say, solitary confinement. He got his own little massive woodland he goes to with a little hut in the middle of that woodland. He stays there for 3 months. All he does, reflecting, educating himself, reading books. Literally, he reads 1 book a day almost. He's literally a bookworm. So what I do, I copy what these people are doing. I'm reading books. For me, I complete a book, maybe 1 book a week. I'm literally consuming the knowledge, getting people to mentor me, coach me, educate me. I learn from my children. I learn from my wife. I learn from everybody around me, including my staff, my colleagues. Whoever I'm with, I'm learning with them. I'm like a sponge. I'm soaking and getting all this knowledge. So if you really want to start from nothing, arrogance is what you want to throw away. Take that away from you and pretend like you don't know nothing from the person that you are speaking with, so you can learn and educate yourself to take yourself a little bit closer to financial freedom. Number 3, living below your means. I touched on savings a little bit, but living below your means is one of the best discipline you could ever implement in your life. Living below you, because believe me or not, 90% of the populations live way over their means. So if you are one of those, you would know that right now as I speak to you. But here's the thing you need to do. Do not compare yourself with anybody else. What is best for you and your family. Do not compete with the Joneses. My brother got a car, I'm gonna go and get a better car than that. My cousin bought an amazing house, I'm gonna go and buy a better house than that. Knowing that your finances are not the same and you don't even know how they got that house. So be you, live below your means. If you live below your means, you can drastically become successful. There's so many people in this country that works for their mortgages, for their cars, or for their appliances in their home. That's all they work for. You don't want to be one of those poor people, do you? Especially if you've been watching my video for a little bit longer, okay? Because I've been banging in all this stuff. Literally, you don't want to do that. Live below your means. I'll give you an example. When I start my property investment journey and I started making money, got my first house, second house, third house, what I did not do at that point is to go and rent the most expensive house in Cardiff or to go and rent the most expensive apartment in Cardiff. Believe me or not, I stayed in the same flipping house. I did not move. I lived in a shared house. At that point, right? At that point, I was still living in the same house. Nothing has changed. I did not increase my lifestyle. I did not change the restaurant I go to. I did not start wearing branded stuff. If you know me, I don't wear any branded stuff, okay? I stayed the same. Guess what? When my income increases, my expenses stays the same. You would imagine how the gaps gets bigger, right? The gaps goes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And guess what? If anything, I reduces my expenses, okay? And then that's how I lived. I lived that way until today. I always live below my means. I don't care what people think about me, what people say about me, what people bitch and moan about me. I do me and my family. As long as my family and I are happy, we're good, right? Because we're looking at long term, we're looking at the long run, and has immersed ourselves to building a multi-million pound property investment portfolio that generates 7-figure, okay? It's because I live below my means. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I don't try to keep up with my neighbors. I be me, my family is happy, and we're doing really well. Have you adapted that frugal life to live below your means? If you're not, perhaps today, now, right now, this hour, this minute, this second is the time you're gonna sit aside and make a decision to live below your means instead of keeping up with the Joneses. Number 4, seeking additional income stream. You see, in order for you to acquire wealth from nothing to building millions and millions and millions, is to have multiple stream of income. I've touched on that a little bit. Find a way to make multiple stream of income. If you've got houses, rent them in a different strategy. The second thing, if you've got a skill that you think people need, even if you don't think, any skill that a human being has, there's a market for it. Have you thought about teaching people about it? Have you thought about maybe doing a YouTube video like what I'm doing now, impacting people positively? Have you thought about freelancing? Have you thought about starting your side hustle, maybe an online business, for example? Have you thought about joint venturing with people so they can give you a return on your investment? Have you thought about looking to perhaps rent your car if you're not using it every single day? There's so many ways you can make additional income to snowball your income to get you to where you want to go. Number 5, invest wisely. See, what successful people do is to invest wisely. So what do I mean by investing wisely? Before they invest, they do 3 things. Number 1, they look at the risk, what risk involved in that investment. And the second thing they look at is whether that risk outweigh the benefit or the benefit outweigh the risk. If the benefit outweigh the risk, they're kind of comfortable at that point. They look if the benefit is really, really good for that amount of risk. The third thing they do is seek advice from their mentor or their coach to confirm whether that decision is the right decision for them, because the coach would have gone through that, the mentor would have gone through that, or the mentor is experienced and exposed and know what sort of decision to be made at that time. So once they've got that intelligence, they made their investment wisely, because now they are not gambling anymore. They are not risking their money that much by going blindly. They've got these people around them to help them make informed decisions that will generate them serious return on their investment. Number 6 is the best one out of them all for me personally. Networking and seeking people that are better than them around them. You see, networking is one of the best ways to start from nothing to building wealth. Have you heard that saying? Your network is your net worth. Have you heard about that saying? If you hang around in a barbershop that long, you will eventually have an haircut. It's exactly the same thing. Networking with like-minded individuals, networking with people that are doing better than you, surrounding yourself with this sort of people that give you energy, that motivate you, that believe in you, that can tell you can do it even if you can't. These are the people you want to be surrounding yourself with. The people that you don't really want to surround yourself with are the people that always criticize you, are the people that tell you can't do it, they don't believe in you, they are battery drainers, they always want things from you. They're like literally sucking you all the times, like bedbug. You don't want to be around those people. You want to be around people that can give and take, surrounding yourself, successful people, help you, you help them, you grow together as a team. These are the sort of people you want to be surrounding yourself with. I did that 7-8 years ago. I was in London 7-8 years ago. I love my family. I love all the people that I was with in London. But when I looked at my surrounding, I thought probably I can get a better network of people to work with. I made the decision to migrate from London to Cardiff. I cried and cried and cried maybe for 3 or 4 days because I was leaving loved ones. I was leaving people that I grew up with. But I had a bigger vision, a mission that I wanted to accomplish. I realized if I stay with these people, I may hang around with them, they may love me, but it won't get me to where I want to go, because they don't talk about entrepreneurship, they don't talk about investment, they don't talk about making money, they don't talk about development. All we talk about going clubbings, when the football game is next, which match to go and watch, what time you want to go to city center, all that sort of thing. So there was no kind of entrepreneur being successful around those people, and some of them are criticizing me if I want to do stuff. They always try to find a way to talk me out of it. So I moved away from those people, came here. I didn't have as many friends, but I have fewer friends that are more valuable to me and are more valuable to them. That then helps transform my life from being a dead broke accountant to being a property investor. So I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing next video. Thank you.